Yo, what is up? Just finishing up a post here to let more people know about the stream. And then I'll be back looking at the chat. Beneficiaries, comment rewarder, there we go. Alright. Let's get some levels going, shall we? My stuff didn't sell on the auction house. The good thing is that we run a lot faster now, 30%. Here's a quest here. We gotta talk to this guy. Tell me about the glowing shard. Guess I have to go back to the Veiling Caverns. Flying. This, this place is getting a bit too low level for me at this point. Should start moving to the next zone. But I'm gonna finish up the quests south of here, south of the Barrens. And potentially make my way up to Ashenvale. Man, my throat feels like there's something. I guess it's the morning, you know. My morning voice. Got a lot of stuff to do today though, but I wasn't able to stream yesterday and the day before that, I think. So I thought I'll get like a quick one in. Get the rested experience filled up, at least. A lot of people in the guild. I think I need to get up here. I'm not sure. Yeah. I need to go up to that house over there if you guys can see it. I don't know how well it translates on stream. Also need to go and level up my herbalism skill, or like go to the trainer so I can level it up further. I think the place to go is around this house or this cave, and then run up that hill over there. Hey, this guy's a quest. Maybe we should do this first. Hold on. I need to not fuck this up. There's too many people there right now. Even though two of them are low, the other guy is not. So I need to make sure. Okay, this should be fine. Or is it? Let me go into bear form. It was a good coincidence that he happened to be here, because he usually goes around the whole pool. Okay, so here I think I should be able to run up this place. I did the Veiling Cavern dungeon off stream, and it went pretty well. I was healing it though, that's why I have some healing gear left. So that was interesting. Should probably have recorded it, but yeah.
You wish to speak? Winds be at your back. May the eternal sun shine.
Let's go hand in this quest. Yo, man, what's up? Well, you know my sleep, man. It changes every couple days. It's 5 a.m. here. How early is it there? Yeah, it's not. I could say, you know, I'm trying to reach as many as possible with my amazing streams. That's why I'm like switching up the hours, but in reality, nah, it's just my sleep that's fucked up. Alright, so we're gonna hand in this quest and then let's go south of here. Got a ring. There's Europeans that are alive in the guild as well. But I guess over there it's only like 11 a.m. I mean 11 p.m. Maybe 12. Oh yeah, I set up OCDB to trail my main account votes lately because I was gonna prepare to do some curation streams as well. But in general, I think it's, you know, good to just distribute the votes even further, as long as I don't vote for any plagiarizers or whatever. So I've been doing that a little bit lately. We're just kind of swamped lately with the... You've heard about the Talent Land thing? Like, I was asked to help out with some curation over there. So our voting power is getting kind of wrecked, on top with the push stuff. I've had to tone that down a little bit, but should still be good. Good thing voting power is very flexible, I guess. But if you look at OCDB, it's like at under 70% voting power lately, so it's really taking it out on it. Yeah, there's one lurker maybe. I don't know. Maybe one of the haters that's been disliking all my videos. Lol, yeah. I've been having the same with my main account lately. Feels like there's too much stuff to vote on, which is, I guess, a good sign, you know? Hey, someone reached level 60. Svorsel Gores. That's the username, I think. I'm not just making random noises. Yeah, I don't know about activity. I mean, you know, if people creating like giveaway posts and automated bullshit, if that activity goes down, then I don't think that's a loss for us. But I feel like I'm seeing a lot of good stuff going on and a lot of undervoted, under-rewarded posts. So I guess, you know, that's why my voting power isn't really able to recover lately, or at least I hope. That's the reason that I'm not like, you know, making it up or like subliminally trying to lie to myself that there's more people. Yeah, any of those efforts, I welcome them a lot. Like, you know, I've been trying to onboard as well. There was also one I noticed yesterday who had started posting more from the official, from the, you know, the first post. So that's nice. Jesus, let me rip. Yeah, man, you should. Sounds pretty good. There's quite a few countries that are like on the verge of, you know, doing something more. Or like Argentina and Brazil, I feel like have a pretty good user base so far, but you know, compared to the others, they haven't really gotten to do much yet. With others, I mean the usual three, you know, the Venezuela, Philippines, and what is the third one? Like Nigeria or Ghana. Like there's some that are, you know, they could grow pretty nicely with some additional push. Yeah, I guess Argentina as well. I don't know. Maybe it's improved a bit lately. I haven't really followed the development there. But yeah, it would be nice to, you know, get the momentum going for critical mass. Once they see that, oh shit, this person is here. Now I want to be here too. Or hey, I know this guy. What's he up to? Can I do what he does? It'll be pretty good. Oh, Yeah, that whole shitcoin scam didn't really help their reputation, I guess. What's it called, Libra? Yeah. Do you guys remember Facebook Libra back in the day? Man, that was like one of the last times I stopped like following altcoins and stuff. Lol, yeah. Yep. That's how it usually goes over there in the world of the rich. I've always been fascinated by the whole like election process in America. It's like, whoever has money to promote themselves, market themselves, has a chance to make it. It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, why is that the case? Why is that the thing? I don't know. It's just everything's so weird, man. I don't know where to even like begin to fix it. I feel like, you know, John Oliver, he always has some really good things where he like points out some flaws in certain systems. I feel like people should listen to him and just do what he says. Oh, he got shot down? Is that what happened? Damn, yeah. It's crazy times. He got his citizenship recently, I think. American one. I remember a post on Reddit about it. That reminds me, I have a package coming from the US. I'm kind of excited for it to arrive. It's some Pokemon cards I've been buying. You have a citizenship, right? Like you're like a US citizen. What the fuck? What list would you be on? Conspiracy list? Hiver list? I'm guessing they might have one of those by now. Because I feel like most of the Americans on Hive have been kind of weird or edgy. Or I don't know what to call it really. Imagine like TSA has a check if they're a hiver. About the list? Fuck, these guys are high level. What? Are they using AI to find out about it? Jesus. I guess lay low for the next 3 years, 3 more years. Or, forever. I don't know if he's gonna change the rule of how long he can stay president or not. Did you see that video on Reddit recently where they were like some vets, like veterans, visiting him, and he was just saying like some weird ass shit. Like, oh, you got hit pretty bad. Yeah, you deserved it or something. Like, really, like, I don't know what, I don't even think he knows what he was saying. Like, I saw it on Reddit the other day. Like, I'm starting to feel like he's way too old. Like, not, you know, not even like it's an offense or anything. Just like, he's not really that much younger than Biden, is he? Just a few years, I think. He's running. What the fuck? If there's merch, then, you know, that's probably official then. Fuck, that reminds me, I want to do a Holozing merch. That would be like the coolest shit ever. No, I didn't. But I mean, yeah. I guess that's something to brag about. Man, thinking back, like, imagine the timeline if he had gotten shot. I kind of wonder what, you know, I don't know, like, it's, in a way it feels like it would have, I don't know if it would have been better. Because he's still somehow done a lot of good stuff for, like, I don't know really. I don't know. I'm not even gonna get into it. It's like I'm not even, I don't even know what I'm thinking about it, let alone saying it out loud on a stream. Like, I haven't delved into that myself, or like collected my own thoughts about it. It's so hard to know. Yeah, yeah. I think everyone like thought that at the time. Oh shit, it's over. Wasn't there like the poly market predictions as well? Just like, you know, they pumped like crazy as soon as he survived the attack. You know what we should do, Mano? We should do where I stream, or I don't know. I'm not trying to like hoard it for myself or anything. Either of us could be streaming, I guess, but we just like be in a voice chat and talk shit about stuff, and, you know, while playing games or something stupid. What the fuck am I this low? Let's see if I'm gonna need a heal or not. Oh shit, I am going to need a heal, I think. Oh fuck me. Okay, let's not drop that low again. You know the story about Hitler surviving a bomb in his office? Hmm. No, haven't heard of that one actually. Was it like a letter bomb or something? Oh yeah, Destiny. I used to listen to him, man, but at some point, I don't know, something was off. He kind of feels like one of those who never wants to lose or never wants to admit he's wrong. Which is just crazy to me that those people exist. He's like, what are you, like AI before AI existed? I feel like it's kind of like the American lifestyle. Always pretend you're the best, always, you know, fake it till you make it, shit like that. And even if you make it, you know, just continue making it or whatever. I don't know what's going on there. Fuck, it feels so nice to damage as cat form now. It goes so much faster. And I don't even have like a lot of abilities yet. Pretended to get a phone call and left the room. Oh shit, what? Did he know or did he suspect? Who is he? Who's the guy who tried to kill him? Do they know? They should have just, put it on his phone. Put the bomb on his phone or on his pager. I'm sure you get the reference. I think I put the delay a bit on normal. So when I say something, it might take like a good 5 to 10 seconds until you hear it. So then, it's not like chat friendly. I should have put it on fast. Morning, Incubus. Should we listen to some Incubus? Get demonetized from all this money I'm making on YouTube. Yes, very serious. We could very well be solving like world peace in the next hour or so. Yeah, I think so. I think I don't know how it is with with video, yeah. With stream, I think they just mute this the section of the stream so that in the video after, if you want to check the VOD of the stream, you won't be able to hear anything. So I guess in a way it's kind of like you could, if you know that there's no one else around, there's only like me and you and Incubus or whatever in the stream, you could just put music on, talk some shit you don't want other people to hear. And then when they go to the VOD to find out what's been said, it's all gonna be muted as fuck. Yeah, talking politics with the streamer who knows the least about politics ever, probably. Man, I was doing so much shit for Holozing yesterday. I was so fucking tired when I went to bed. What am I even trying to kill here? I need to find someone called Knack. There's these fucking stealthed cunts over here. And they can get real tricky because you don't see where they are. Like I see that there's one over there, for instance, but sometimes they disappear. So if you get if you stand in the wrong position, they may all jump on you at the same time. Then you may get fucked. You sometimes hear the stealth. I don't know if you guys can hear it because I have the video game volume a bit lower than my mic, like minus 20 decibel or so. Still a cup of coffee. You've cut back? Dude, I have like one a day and then, that's it. Sometimes two, but not too often. Ooh, new healing potions. They're stronger than my previous ones. Let's get some food going as well. Man, my bags are full of garbage. Like, why do I need 3 of these daggers? Hey, quest. Okay, where's the healing potion there? Just in case. Alright, back to reading the chat. Yeah, they go invisible or stealthed mode. And it can get quite dangerous when you're playing hardcore. So I need a wand from these ones, these seers. And then I need to kill one more guy over here somewhere. Healing ward. So I have to kill this off. No wand dropped. Hey, there's Knock. I need him. Come over here. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And he's doing damage from over there. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I need to first kill this guy. Is he ever gonna run out of mana? What the fuck? Oh shit, he pulled another one. This is actually quite dangerous. He can heal as well? Are you fucking kidding me? Wait, I'm not gonna be able to read the chat for a bit. Are you kidding me? Another guy? I'm pretty sure I'm dead here. Okay, let's try and just run. Fuck. Fucking adrenaline is going at the moment. Whew. Holy shit. Let me drink some water. You guys saw how fucking close that was. I think I was at 80 health. That's not, no, wait, even lower, I think. 53 I remember seeing. Out of, 800. Fuck me. I just wanted to get the quest guy, because I don't know how, if I'm going to get the chance again later. I told you these stealthy guys are dangerous. Like, you saw how many kept appearing out of nowhere. Jesus. Yo, TX Racer, what's up? Yeah, that was a close one, man. Like, too close. I would have not wanted to restart from level 1. I would have probably, like, just started doing something else. Alright, what did I miss in the chat? Yeah, he has horns. I don't know. Is it new? It's always been like that. I don't know what what the lore is behind the lion. I'm not really into lore usually. I guess they don't name everything, like they don't name the hyena just like a hyena, but they have like a different names and looks from the original animals, kind of like Pokemon, I suppose. When is it gonna launch? I don't know. I hope soon, man. Like most of the stuff is ready. We're just like getting delayed on some smaller things. Like currently, we've been getting stuck on some item types, and I don't know what the real reason is that we're getting stuck. Some of the devs, also have like real life jobs, which sometimes means they can work a lot more on the game, sometimes they can't. It's, small team, Small team problems. Are you playing World of Warcraft TX? This is on a European server though, so I don't know how if you're over there. But yeah, we should be very much ready with the alpha. Just yesterday I was creating some last new abilities, creature moves, and having the dev like add them in. I can give you guys some examples if you want. Shit, am I dying again? I need to remember I'm not in bear form. So as you guys know, like compared to World of Warcraft, our game is turn-based, right? So you have to like every move has to work. But like compared to other turn-based games like Pokemon, it's going to be a lot more about healing, since the trainers are the healers. So you can imagine that people or like creatures are going to have a lot more health than you would find in like usual games. Like it's not going to be one of those where it's also like one thing I never really liked about Pokemon. Why the fuck did I pull 2 of them? It's like, why do I keep messing up lately? Yeah, hard. Alright. Doing okay with Moon Pizza? Oh yeah. I have no idea what I'm doing with that one, to be honest. I've just been like leveling shit up. Somehow I haven't been attacked yet. But I don't even know how to attack or do anything. But yeah, with Sing, it's going to be like a lot, health is going to be quite buffed up. So like creatures are going to have a lot of health. And fights are going to take like a bit longer. Like there's not going to be a one hit KO kind of moves like you may have seen in Pokemon or whatever, where oh, he got a crit in, which means the enemy is instantly dead. Like I don't really like that stuff is stupid to me. I never liked that. I don't know if you guys have seen professional Pokemon tournaments, like esport, I guess you would call it. But it's all like it's literally like who can counter who, and then it's either like you block an ability completely, or if you get hit, you're dead. There's very seldom there's like oh, you got down to 50 health. Will the next attack like kill you, or will it bring you only to like 1% health, or etc. Just like I don't know, it just feels so dumb in a way. Yeah, there's a lot of, I mean, there's esports for everything nowadays. People even also play the Pokemon card game, like on actual like boards with the physical cards, and online. Quit WoW in 2011. That's probably the best time to quit it. I mean, I also kind of quit at Cataclysm. Like I played the last 6 months of vanilla. Played Burning Crusade hard. Like I raided, PvP, did everything. And then Wrath of the Lich King was like, yep, that's like where I peaked. I would get, I guess, I was in like a top 20 guild. I was rank 1 with one of my rogues at one point in PvP, and from there on it just like got worse and worse. And at Cataclysm, I'm pretty sure like I quit like 6 months in or so. Then I came back, now and then just to check shit out, but never really as determined as I was in the beginning. Oh yeah, Magic the Gathering is still going strong, I think. Of course, it's not as big of a mania as Pokemon nowadays with the cards, but it's still pretty strong community. Like, I don't know if you guys have heard or like followed what's happening with Pokemon. It's like shit is selling out everywhere instantly. People are like fighting over products, over card products. Like shit's weird. And it's like, it's not even like, they're just doing it for like a quick buck, like scalpers. And Pokemon, they're just like loving it because they're just like, all right, more money for us. Let's just like create another printing machine or like another printing company or factory and just print more. Like they made like many billions last year just from selling fucking cards. Oh yeah, about Magic. Yeah. Some of those are worth a lot. I mean, there's with Pokemon as well. Whenever they pull something rare, people go crazy. It's always like on Reddit. It's like in the title, they're like, "Oh shit, I'm shaking, you guys. It's a $500 card. Oh my god." It's like, dude. The worst thing is that Pokemon has like the worst. They don't give a shit about the investors or the trading community. Like literally, they can just like all of a sudden they can just be like, okay, we're going to reprint that set from 2 years ago. We're just gonna, increase the supply because it's fucking profit for us. So we don't give a shit. We'll just do it. So like, there's no speculation. There's no, wanting to like invest long term. Like everyone's just chasing the skyrocketed value from the original set, so they think that might happen again in the future. I don't know. I guess they have some kind of rules of when they stop reprinting certain sets, but right now it's just like, I don't know. I don't see an end to it. It's kind of weird. Like I bought a lot of cards myself just to have them, and as I mentioned earlier, Menno, the U.S. shipment that I'm waiting on recently has a ton of cards in it, which is gonna be exciting to unbox because like I know what I'm getting. I'm not going to like open the packs. They're already opened, but it's been so long ago that I've kind of forgotten what everything that's in there. I'd see you tomorrow, Incubus. Like so the thing is, one of the sets that kind of got me to look into Pokemon again was there was a set that released like in like 2 years ago called the 151 Scarlet and Violet. Like the idea behind it was that it was only going to be the original 151 Pokemon in the set. All right, yeah, I'll tell you later. Yeah, they're selling like crazy. Hey Prav, what's up? Pravesh, is that how you pronounce your name? Why did I come here? All right. Fuck, level 27. Yeah, I leveled up. Let's get another 2% crit chance. Let's sell some shit. Very close. Okay, I'm not gonna try and guess my way closer. It's just gonna get further off probably. Hmm. I don't even know how that would like how to compose that. Like shorter, or is it silent? Like out of all the letters, it's the A that's less. Kind of, I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me, or like to my ears. I'll take that. I'll take that win then. So we're very close to dying here earlier. Kind of hoping that's not gonna happen again. Although I'm wondering where I should go questing next. Like these levels are, you know, obviously all the lower levels are kind of, you know, you have to be careful. But especially like when you've just gotten a new form. Like I only have Claw, this, which doesn't really do anything except for if I'm stealthed, I can get like a backstab attack on them. But other than that, I'm never able to go behind enemies. And then the Rip, which is like a bleed based on how many times I've used Claw. So I only have like 2 abilities, meaning that I'm very early in the stage of cat form. So you always have to be careful when you're like at the beginning of a certain like a new form or new talent tree or whatever. Like here as well, I should maybe not have gone for 30% run speed and the dodge chance. I should have maybe gone for the crit chance first, but things just go so slow. Like instead of running at this pace, I don't know if you can tell, I'll be running at this pace instead. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm not gonna do that quest. I don't want to go to Thunder Bluff yet because it's gonna take a while. Just like for one quest, I don't want to do that. I want to go there when I'm 24, then I get new abilities. I guess we could go to Ashen Vale, or do this quest and Ignition, and then to Ashen Vale. So, Menno, about the packs. So, that was like, you know, that's my jam. Like, when I was like, I want to say 10 or something, Pokemon came out with their first game. And the only reason I bugged my parents to get me a Game Boy. So I played the shit out of those, and the next generation I played somewhat. But then after that, I remember I gave my Game Boy away or something, I don't know, like I got tired of it. And I didn't play like the third generation or whatever, which was like maybe 4, 5, 6 years after the first one came out. So nowadays there's like thousands of Pokemon. There's like, you know, I don't know, maybe 10 generations. But I only still know very well the first and the second one, meaning the first 150 or the 250, which is like the first and second generation. So Pokemon recently did a, you know, genius marketing move, basically. They released a set like from the it was still like belong to the Scarlet and Violet thing, but it would only have Pokemon from the first generations. So it was called the 151 Scarlet and Violet set. And they were also, you know, mentioning things like it might be a limited set, it might be, you know, not be reprinted as often and stuff like that. So people were going fucking crazy to get it. But I couldn't find it anywhere here. Like I found a total of 30 packs maybe, which, you know, if you're trying to get like all of the cards, it's fucking nothing. Like you need at least, like you need a ton of cards. Like I don't know, like maybe 200-300 packs, and then you still may like be missing some. And no, because like I don't know, it's my location is weird, and it's hard to find like legit buyers. And then if you buy like, you know, one pack here or like one box of packs here and one of there, you also have a chance to like your shit get lost in the mail, you know, quote lost unquote. So I didn't really want to risk just buying off, like there was too much risk, and they were already so expensive by then, because in the beginning you couldn't find them anywhere, and then they started to appear, but they were like 3-4 times higher price than if you buy them on retail. So I just waited. I bought some other packs or some other sets in the meantime, you know, filled out my collection a little bit. But then I ran into this streamer. So there's this thing that's like popular nowadays where streamers will basically open up packs for you. So you buy like through them. They may have like some kind of Shopify enabled or some shit, or like set up where they're like a company. So you buy through them, and they, you know, they have like the, I don't know how they get the merchandise for cheaper, or, you know, probably like scalpers or some shit. I don't know how it works. But basically they create content out of like opening your packs open, and then they tell you, you know, what you're getting, like because you see live, you see your packs being opened live, and then they ship it to you, like the, you know, either everything or just the hits. But so the interesting thing that happened there was like, all right, like he had like the 151 set that I was interested in, and it was only like 2 times the price. So retail is like $5 per pack, or 450 maybe or something, and he was selling them for 9 if you bought like at least 10 or something. So I studied like his channel a little bit first, you know, make sure it was legit, because there's a lot of scammers. Yeah, like there's a lot of like, you know, on Reddit, if you go to there's this like app called Whatnot that's become pretty popular lately, and it's basically like a lot of people just selling all kinds of shit to streamers. So they buy it like online, and it's not just cards, it can be like anything there. But there's so many scams going on there. It's crazy. Like people literally, you know, getting caught because they messed something up, like as a streamer. Like there was this one streamer that he was pretending to open up a pack, and he pulled a card that he had signed himself from the unopened pack. Like, you know, they were resealing packs to sell shit hits to viewers. Okay, no, it's not. It doesn't necessarily have to be that weird, but it's just like a merchant, and, you know, get consumers through viewers on the stream. So it's kind of like that basically, and then there's also like auctions and things like that. So the website just makes like certain things easier, but also, you know, ripping Pokemon cards up. But I did my research with this guy, and he seemed like, you know, he wasn't just like trying to make a quick buck. He was actually trying to like increase his audience, increase, like, you know, he was trying to grow his YouTube channel to make like, you know, the real money, basically, like the money, the ad money from becoming a big streamer. And he wasn't even that big. Like he's still, I think he's at 4K subscribers or something. But he seemed like, you know, like legit. And the thing that happened after was like, it proved even more that he's legit, because I got like insane luck spree. like I don't even. It's hard to even like mention just how lucky I was. Like he made a whole video just based off of my luck, because it was like that, like what's it called? Uncommon, basically. Like he had never seen the luck that I had with the 151 set. So there's like there's like a video he made just off of that, of my, because I went pretty hard with buying packs from him after, you know, trying my way for a little bit first. And then when I realized that, you know, it's legit, like there's no way he could have like I was basically cheating him with my luck. So I kind of just like went ham and bought like a total of 200-300 packs or so. So those are like the things I'm waiting on now to receive, to get shipped, because I didn't want to like send many packs at one, or like many over time. I just asked them to send like 2 big boxes at once instead. No, not with crypto. But it's not like, you know, it's not like a crazy amount of dollars. It's like maybe like a couple thousand. But yeah, I had some crazy luck. Like to give you like an idea, the set has 7 there's these cards called like secret illustration rares. So out of like, let's say 150 cards, different like unique cards, there's 7 of these secret ones. And then there's 11 of the illustration rares that are like, so the illustration rares are, you get 1 out of every 22 packs basically. Like those are the odds. Out of 22 packs, you would get 1 illustration rare where it's like the whole card is like full of artwork. It's not, you know, it's not just like half the top half that has like artwork of the Pokemon or whatever. So this one time I bought 150 packs, or like I bought 151 just for the, you know, for the memes, because it's called the 151 set. So I bought 151 packs of the set, and the illustration rares, those are like 1 out of 22, and the secret illustration rares, the odds are like 1 out of 32. So with 150 packs, you would think that, you know, I would get like 5 secret illustration rares, you know, 1 out of 30. So 5 out of 150, that would be like, you know, like neutral EV. But I got 13 secret illustration rares out of 150 packs. So that was like what the fuck is happening? And I don't know. It was just kind of, it was, you know, it was like a cool experience, to be honest, because like the whole, like, sure, it would have been nice to, you know, open it yourself, but it's not like I would have recorded it when I did it back then. So it would have just been like something which has happened before, where I got super lucky with some cards, and then you go on Reddit and you're like, yo, like, this just happened. They're like, yeah, sure, fucking loser, or like, you know, fucking liar, blah blah. Because that's kind of what Reddit has become these days, I feel like. At least like the Pokemon community didn't believe you about anything. So now I kind of like have proof that I'm super lucky. But yeah, I continued buying like a few more, and I kind of have like a full set now. I also traded a little bit with the community there, even though I'm not there physically. Yeah. Yeah, really, it's weird, but it's also like a weird times now because of the whole scalping and all that stuff. Like people are really not happy about the way Pokemon is going with the cards right now, because no one can buy any, and if they do, if they go to like Facebook Marketplace or TikTok or whatever, it's always like 2-3x the original price. So there's just like so many people trying to take advantage of the of the regular community who are just, you know, just trying to like collect some cards as a hobby, or like buy some cards for their kids or something like that. And then you have people, you know, trying to like profit off of that by scalping. It's just kind of gross. Like you see people, if you see people going to like the mall or whatever, and they're coming, you know, they have like a whole shopping cart with just boxes of Pokemon. Most of the time, they're either like a scalper, or but it's kind of hard because due to the lag now, it could just be like a regular buyer who's just happy to have found a lot of boxes for once, because it's been so empty for so long now. It's like kind of weird times. You know, I've also kind of stopped buying here locally now, even though there's almost never any cards. Sometimes when I do find a lot of cards, and you know, I'm like, all right, I'll just buy them. They think that I'm going to like try and resell them for a higher price or something, so everyone just gives me like dirty looks, and it's kind of like weird. You know, like it's not like you can just be like tell everyone I'm going to open these. Like stop, you know, judging me if you don't know. You know what I'm gonna do with these. We do have plans. We're most likely going to start with digital first, because the physical, it's, you know, if you want quality, it's going to be very very expensive. But we have some like I've been working with this Kickstarter booster kind of company. Like they help you advertise and set up your Kickstarter campaign. And they love the idea of holosing and the physical cards. So they're all for, you know, they're all for helping us out. They're just like on standby now because we don't have all the artwork yet, and we don't have you know, there's a lot of other things I want ready before we delve into that. And but it would have to be like a very big Kickstarter campaign, like because you have to, most of these custom like Pokemon uh, printing factories, they don't even consider anyone else. They're just too busy with their own. And there's not that many other custom ones that would like take your order for, you know, everyone's just too busy with their own stuff. I don't know, Mano. I'm still green over here. Maybe refresh or something. So, like, if you want like good shit, you're going to need like at least an order of, you know, 100k packs or something. Like they don't usually consider smaller orders at once. So if we do the Kickstarter, we're going to need like a lot of stuff already ready, planned out, like the artwork and things. And then we're going to need a big campaign so we can fund the printing, and so we can fund the, you know, shipping, and then also at the same time for the website and the game to be ready to like welcome those people, those collectors, because I want to do a lot of things different compared to, like, that's kind of the reason I looked into Pokemon and other things, to study how they work. And it's just like, it's so, like, you can tell that they don't give a shit about the people, you know, like most companies. It's no surprise that Nintendo doesn't give a shit about, you know, its customers. Like, they may pretend they do, but in reality they don't. And I mean, it's the same with every company. It's not like, you know, Nintendo is like the only asshole going out of their way. But like, simple things they could have done to make the collection of physical cards better is to serialize all the cards. Like, you know, it's not like there's a limit on fucking numbers. They could have just made every card unique by putting a serial number somewhere. so that people could tell like every card apart. That would have helped like these scam attempts and stuff a lot. And then to also have include like these QR codes in the packs that would verify what the pack should have had, because that would have helped so much with the resealing issues. And you know, like both of those together would have helped so much with resealing and scam attempts and stuff like that, that it's kind of stupid that they haven't. Just proves my point that they don't really care. Yeah, it's going to, yeah, we're going to need like at least 100k packs or so. So the campaign is going to require at least like a 400,000 or 500,000 in funding, which is a bit out there right now. So that's why we're going to just start with a digital collection first, and then move over to physical after. But you know, we can always like do other things in the meantime, like merch. We want to like digitalize a lot of stuff, where even if you buy like a hoodie, you know, there might be like a QR code on it, where if you scan it, you instantly get like a HoloZing account. That's like, you know, along with a Hive account when you're ready to claim it. And you start like earning passive Zing just because you bought a hoodie. You start earning passive Zing tokens. Like we have a lot of cool ideas for stuff like that. We just need someone to, because a lot of these, you know, we can't just like team up with random merchants and be like, demand a lot of stuff when we're like very unknown. We can just be like, yeah, we need this whole QR code system as well. Like every hoodie needs a unique QR code. So get that in there. You know, we can't like be like too demanding about stuff when we're not even, there's no game yet, and there's no, like, we have a lot of cool ideas, but it just needs time to work itself out. And hopefully Hive also starts doing something soon, because that would open a lot more funding for the things we want to do. Yeah, that too. I just think that this whole, like, it's kind of like a rewards pool if you think about it. Like, issuance of Zing is never going to end, you know? There's always going to be more Zing coming out based on collection rewards. At some point, maybe we won't be giving out Zing for delegating to the project anymore, because maybe we don't need the funding anymore. So that might be something that, you know, is only available right now. But there's always going to be like new Zing being issued out, because the game needs it, the economy needs it. And then, you know, it's going to be like how much is being printed compared to how much is being burned, how big is the demand, how many people are competing for these newly created Zing. I mean, it's a lot similar to Hive. So, you know, you guys can probably like imagine how it's going to work. Like right now we're giving a lot of Zing tokens to people who bought the alpha vial, for instance, because that's like, you know, direct funding to the project instantly, like 20 bucks per vial, which is kind of a lot to ask at these high prices. Like, we understand that, but that's where we're also rewarding those people with a lot of Zing compared to those just delegating Hive, for instance. It's like a 1-to-3 ratio at the moment. But it's going to be cool, I think, for people to, depending on, you know, how early they got in. Like, when did you buy, you know, when did you buy that hoodie? And when did you register for your Zing account? It'll tell people how much tokens they've earned. And they're like, oh shit, this is a, you know, generation 3 hoodie, meaning that I started earning Zing first in year 2026 or something, you know? So they may not have as much because they were like, you know, 10 times more people competing for the rewards pool back then. So I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Or like a lot of fun ideas combined with how we've launched the whole project, you know, it being like completely fair. Like I didn't give myself free tokens just because I created it. I didn't give the team any free tokens because we created it. They have been getting Hive for their contributions, of course, and there's like some team members who don't hold anything. There's some who hold some, so it's like I don't know. I feel like it's kind of cool and unique. And we don't have any, you know, venture capitalists or angel investors or whatever who are like giving us millions to get everything done and then just, you know, dump it on Binance when we get listed or whatever, like most do nowadays. Kinda, but not really, because it's still limited to the people who have invested in the project. Like if we do a proposal, it feels like it would need to benefit everyone, all the stakeholders. Yeah. Like that's why I kind of haven't wanted to. If we ever do a proposal, we'd be like ready to open source everything and give it like a, you know, like we may not want everything out in the open that early because we wouldn't want like some random people to get like a bunch of free code for no reason. But we may give it like a, you know, like imagine like someone like Block Trades who is trusted. We'd give him access to all the code so that if we, you know, fuck off or something for some reason, leave the chain or so, the funding we may have gotten from the DHF will still have some code behind it so that the DHF wouldn't lose, like, you know, wouldn't feel like they lost too much. They still have like someone can like recreate Holozing if they want. Yeah, like I want it to be open, like I wouldn't mind it to be open source, but I just don't want people to like copy what we do and get all the code for free and then, you know, spend like everything on marketing only and fuck us over that way. That doesn't make sense. What the fuck is this? Why is there a rare? Elite, I'm fucking dead. I'm so dead, I'm so dead, I'm so dead. Am I dead? Oh, why did I decide to play this in the morning? Oh, fuck me. I need to go grab something to drink. Fuck, that was close. Why was there an elite there? Out of all places, what the fuck? I don't know if you guys could tell, like they have this profile is like a gold dragon around it. It means that they're elite. They're like, you know, like in dungeons you usually find elites where you need 5 people to kill them. Jesus. That came out of nowhere. So yeah, about the DHF, not now, but I mean, like, you know, you guys know that like our goal with the project is of course that it's going to bring value to Hive in the long term. And first of all, we want to make up for all the Hive we had to sell in one form or the other by funding the project. So hopefully we can get things done without the DHF money, but if we ever do have to like request it for marketing or whatever, you know, we'll have to figure out how to make up for it even more. Like maybe not just open source code, but also like give the DHF some kind of, what's it called, equity, like tokens. I don't know what would make sense. No, like I mean, of course, but like the way I'm thinking of making profit with the project, is, you know, everyone else gets the same chance to make profit. Like I don't really have the biggest stake on Hive. There's a couple people that are even earning more Zing than I am because they can delegate more to the project. But I've still been like buying more than, you know, I probably should. Just that to fund the project, and, you know, obviously I want as much stake as possible in it as well. But like in terms of profits, I'm not really thinking about that with the project until, you know, 5 years from now or whatever. Like sure, if it suddenly pumps like crazy or whatever, I may, you know, temporarily sell some if I'm speculating on it and think that it might drop lower again. But like I have a lot of plans for it. I don't expect on like quitting on it. And, you know, things are getting easier and easier to create over time with AI and things like that. And hopefully if Hive also does better, then, you know, it means I'll be able to, even if everyone else loses interest in funding it, I'll be able to like make sure it gets that funding it needs. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, you know, like imagine, now of course this is going to sound super ambitious and shit like that, but like imagine if you could have invested in Pokemon or Nintendo very early, and not just, you know, not just Pokemon Nintendo, but like a Pokemon Nintendo that shares and gives value to everyone involved in it, not just shareholders and founders and, you know, CEOs or whatever. But like I don't know, that's kind of like the thing I kind of want to see happen, and not just with like our project, but like with every project in the world. How much shares did Elon get from Tesla? Did he buy into it or did he create it? Like I always look at these things like Amazon and I'm thinking like, Bezos still has like 50% of the shares or whatever. It's just like how much, like that sounds so fucking stupidly much. Like I get it, he made it and everything, but it's not like, you know, he just created it out of thin air. Ah, he bought in, okay. Oh yeah, lol, yeah. I wasn't sure about that one. I think I'm taking a small break here, get something to like make a quick coffee, get, you know, cool down from the 2 almost deaths today. One that came out of fucking nowhere. Just wondering where it would be like a safe place to sit and hide. Maybe over here. It's a pretty safe place, right? No creatures are gonna spawn here or anything. And I can be like in stealth mode. Don't buy a lot of ticket today? No. I'm gonna AFK really quickly. Let me see if I have the text. AFK. Select color. Pink. That kind of barely, you can barely see it, I feel like. Okay, that's gonna fuck everyone's eyes. Background color. Oh, there's no background. Oh. Okay, yeah, I'm wasting way too much time on this. Be right back. Alright. Let's get back to it. Alright, see you later, you know. Okay, let's get off stealth mode. We're still alive. I should focus a little bit on the quests. I have been running on autopilot, I feel like. So we need to find where's my quest not showing? This takes way too much space. So we need to find the blueprints. Blueprints. Get the Super Reaper blueprints from Sys Physics. For Sys Physics, okay. Who do they drop from? I think they drop from like different mobs, not these loggers. I have to remember there's an elite over there. Damn, we have five viewers. Not bad. Maybe I should stream at 5 AM in the morning every night, every day. Not. I still need to set up Streamlabs. I have some really cool ideas for that one. Robot XT9. We don't need to kill that one yet. I think it's the next quest. And those can't bleed, so I can't use the rip on them. We're getting a lot of items for a warrior if we ever want to level that one up. Okay, so they drop from these operators. Okay, give me some good luck here and drop it instantly. Please. Heal and buff. And there's another operator here. There's one more. There's two more over there, okay? There we pulled both. Time is money. Come on, drop it. Okay, we need to find more operators. Here's one. This is the one, is it? Nope. It ain't. Okay. Operators. Remember the elite is somewhere here. I don't know why. Can't see any operators. Maybe over by that place. Is the elite? No. Blood splattered. We're getting so much warrior loot. There's no operators here. Oh, there's an operator over there. Come here. No loot. There's another operator over there. Still no quest item. What's going on? I mean, I wasn't kidding about not buying a lottery ticket today. My luck is terrible. I should get that just for the cost. The vendor cost. Get some nice money for it. A little bit of silver. Scroll of intellect. I don't think we need that one. Is that the elite? Is that another elite? Why the fuck are there so many elites here nowadays? Maybe it's the same one. I don't quite understand push. Is the goal to have people upload the vids in Google Sheets? Oh, that's not push. That's the Hive Echo thing from Starkers and 3Speak, I guess. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, proof of sharing, but it's not really part of our project. Like, we may collaborate on it or something in the future, but it's not really. I think, you know, they want people to share the videos and then share how the shares did in the comments. So they get like the rewards from the posts that they make on a daily basis or weekly basis. I'm not sure how often they do it. But it's different basically. push right now is mostly Reddit push. Like at Reddit push the account. And that works in a way where you share a Hive link on Reddit. And then the bot will automatically detect the link. And then it'll leave a reply on the post that got shared with an embed to the share. So then when we go through the comments, we see how the share did. Like if it got a lot of upvotes, if it was shared in the correct subreddit, if it basically brought people to the Hive link, to the Hive post, then we will vote up the comment. Because, you know, we can see that it did well. You brought like, you know, some of the good shares sometimes bring like thousands of viewers to Peaked or Ecency, which are like the only two front ends that check for or like record the view count. So yeah, when we notice that this was a share that did well, we can confirm it on Reddit. It got votes and comments there, and it got views on Peaked and Ecency. Then we know for sure that, you know, it wasn't just someone who pressed refresh 4,000 times, but it was like legit views. So then we give the comment a big vote, and if they're registered on hiveposh.com, registration basically just means logging in with Hive keychain once and your Reddit account. So then we know that this Reddit account belongs to this Hiver. So this was, you know, him sharing the post. So now the comment, when it's time to pay out, it will liquidate the rewards, basically take the high power and the Hive or HPD and give the, you know, give all the rewards to the sharer. It's like a little bit of complicated mechanism behind the whole liquidation and stuff like that. But basically, the sharer gets 80% of the rewards and 20% go to the author. So if you share your own post, obviously that means you get all of the rewards. But if you share a post of someone else, then the author will still get a little bit because, you know, just to not have people be like, oh, he shared my post, why should he profit from this and I don't get anything. Stuff like that. You can track the, you know, all the transactions. If you check the Reddit Posh wallet, you can see that they come from the liquidation account called nom 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 nom. Like, I don't know why we named it that, but that's what it's called. And it you know, it doesn't take a fee or anything from liquidating the rewards. Like you might know Reward app. That one does take a small fee for liquidating rewards. Like if you want your rewards in liquid instead of high power, you can use a Reward app on your post, but that one does take a 1% fee. But the nom nom thing, we created it specifically not to take a fee because we wanted to keep Push token and all its activities non-profit. So we don't, you know, like I've created Push token, for instance. I've created the initiative and the accounts, but I don't make any Hive or any rewards from, you know, from like, what's it called? From running it. If I want to earn anything from Push, I have to do what everyone else does, like share posts on Reddit and get some rewards from it, like, you know, in a natural way. Like if I post too well, then I may get some rewards. If they don't, then, you know, better luck next time. Can they please drop the quest item? Another scroll, huh? What can I sell from here? Yeah. Appreciate that. Like, I feel like a lot of people have complained in the past that there's no incentives for sharing and barely any posts get shared. So that's kind of why we did the whole push thing. Unfortunately, we had to stop push on Twitter because Elon Musk is a dumbass who made the costs like impossible to you know, pay. So but we have some other ideas in mind that we want to launch soon, where people are going to like manually share how their shares did and get some rewards for it. Alright, man, thanks for sticking around. See you next time. Man or woman, I should say. Well, let's hand in this quest. We finally got the quest item. Now we gotta run a lot. Alright. So we gotta go in here, kill some guy, and then maybe take that quest. I don't know if I want to do it, it's so slow. These guys are so under leveled as well now. Weird, I thought I'll be able to run past her. What an unnecessary fight, I don't get any XP from this. Yeah, I don't want to do this quest. It takes so long to patrol her all the way back. Just gonna skip it. And go and do some other stuff. I was gonna... There's a mix of stuff and shit. I wish I had the run speed thing. Dash, that's what it's called.
What do you need? Strength. Greetings. Farewell. Go with honor.
We can't Hearthstone yet. Gotta run some more. Run, run, run. Oh, we're almost there. Let's hand in this quest. Then fly all the way back south again. I need to sell a ton of items. I wonder if we should save these for a warrior that we might level up. Full shield. Silence. Alright, let's go south one more time. Although we almost died there once. Alright, let's auto run some more. There's a hunter over there. Let's jump into this quest here. Bile Mordan. Gives me like Lord of the Rings vibes. Or The Hobbit maybe. The name. Bile Don. Gotta watch out for those fire guys. Torch toss. Shit, my armor's fucked. Why do I keep missing so much? Hey, he's back. Yo, Lazy, what's up? How's your sleep, man? Yeah, I guessed. Oh, I thought that was my hunter. Yeah, I had a little bit of a break from streaming. That's why I kind of thought I'll get on early today. Because I have a lot to do the rest of the day today. Need to go out in real life, do some stuff. And also some more Zing stuff. But yeah, doing okay, generally. Just busy. How are you? Need to find Cascorm. Where is he? I thought it was my hunter. Dude, where's this quest? Quest guy. Mhm. You should be spawning here usually somewhere. My cat is being so loud. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Why is this guy not spawning? What's wrong with him? Finally. We got him. Alright. We did this quest. He's not replying.
What brings you here? Farewell. Ancestors watch over you.
Right. Looks like we're gonna do the next quest as well. Now we gotta kill a bunch of these. These guys do have a lot more health. So maybe it's a good thing we're two. Jesus, this guy just dodges every fucking thing I have. Yo, TX, yeah. Still gonna be going for a little while. Damn, that looks like a fucking good item. Level 26 and I missed that much. Taking so much fucking damage. Everything's just fucking dodging. Oh man, I still have so much left. How is there nothing here? No, don't worry too much about it. I was mostly joking. And I think I had my 2 days close calls. Like twice, almost died. Yeah, that's still going on. 221 right now. I mean, it's okay, it's not bad. Minutes? Oh, it's the ping. I guess it's milliseconds. Like, the server that I'm playing on is in Europe, and I'm playing from Asia. So, there's a delay. $220 ms basically means 0.22 seconds. So, whatever happens in the game, I find out about it like 0.22 seconds later. And like a human reaction, like a normal human reaction is about 0.2 seconds. So you can imagine that, you know, I'm playing with like an additional human reaction before my own human reaction. Not to count, you know, there's some additional MS from the GPU, the monitor. I mean, it doesn't matter that much. I'm just saying, like, you know, compared to what's happening in the game and what I managed to do, there's like a delay, and that can, you know, sometimes get like, can be, you know, life or death in this game. If you like react slowly to something and there's a lag. Of course, it's not like that big of a deal compared to, say, CSGO or Counter-Strike. There it's a lot more important. If I were to play with 200 ms on there, I would just like not play at all, because it wouldn't be possible. But it might matter in this game as well a little bit. Like if this server was located here, I would probably have like 20-30 ms. When I play in Hong Kong servers, I have around 40. And when I play in Singaporean servers, I have around 60. So that works when I'm playing CS. But anything more than that, it would be impossible to play. My bags are full. I don't know if you guys can hear my cat, but he's being super loud. I think that the noise suppression might, you know, cancel it out. No, I got up early. I went to bed at like 8 p.m. or so. My sleep's a bit weird. Like usual. Drop the last of the stuff we need, dude. Because we're almost done with this quest. Finally done. This game took forever, this quest. He's kind of like an early riser as well. And then, you know, he sleeps the whole day after.
Peace, friend. Farewell. Go in peace. Goodbye.
Yeah. Alright, so this last part is this quest here. We gotta destroy that flying We did it. Quest finished. Successfully. Alright, now I'm just gonna go hand it in. And then I'm gonna take a short break. Grab some more coffee. And let's see if we stream a bit more after that. It's already been 2.5 hours. 2 hours, 40 minutes.
Well met. Be careful.
He leveled up. Not tired, I'm just... I've been sitting in one place for like 3 hours soon. So I gotta go. I'm gonna go AFK for a little bit. Those shoulders match my outfit.
I've been expecting
Yeah, I'm gonna be right back for like 5 minutes or so. So, BRB. AFK. Alright man, get some more sleep. Be right back. Back. Sorry I missed your last messages before I went to FK. Yeah, let me know in DMs what you're up to. We can talk there. This I can probably sell. Items are starting to be worth a lot more gold now, so that's nice.
What do you need? Strength.
Should probably go to Thunderbluff real quick to hand in a couple quests and learn some new abilities. I should have maybe done that before I went to FK. I'll have to fly and sit here, because I can browse Hive a little bit. And check Moon Pizza. Moon Pizza. Position 3 out of 266. That's a lot of players. Guess let's do another research lab. Some posts for me to upload while we're flying. A new introduction post from one of our onboarded onboarders. It's always nice to see new people joining the blockchain. Right, we arrived at Thunderbluff. Let's hand in those 2 quests and maybe check the auction house real quick if there's any new items for us. The Sacred Flame, I don't remember what this quest would be. Let's take it, why not? Are we gonna get Dash? That would be nice to have, to use every now and then to get to places faster. Maybe we should go to Eastern Kingdom for a little bit. The talent one? Talent Land? Yeah, it's been bringing in a lot of new users. Hopefully many of them stick around, you know. I've been throwing some votes their way. Just some, you know, welcome, some small votes, as there's a lot of people. And we have a lot of ground to cover with OCD, so we can't like spare too many votes. But something's better than nothing.
The winds guide you.
But we also have like our own onboarding. Wait. Nice. Rick is really good. Like we've also had our own onboarding for quite a while with OCD, where we basically like we have some onboarders that we trust, you know, some who have a good reputation on Hive, and where's this quest? So it's like this whole thing in the Discord where they can create like a custom invite link. This invite link bypasses SMS verification so that they can, you know, and it only works once, meaning they can create like a link that only works one time to give to someone directly, someone they're talking with, you know, someone they want to bring to Hive. And then the idea is that they also spend some time like teaching them about Hive. Like they spend some considerable amount of time, you know, so they learn. And then when they start posting, they also get access to share their posts to us directly. So it's been a nice project. It's had a nice retention rate as well. Last we checked, we've been onboarded over 3,000 accounts since 3-4 years ago, and 15% are still active within the last month, which is not bad. We just need to, you know, hopefully more people join as onboarders. Yeah, that's a big thing about having someone who directly onboards you. They can teach you about stuff, you know, the basics. Also, of course, remind you not to plagiarize and bad things like that. And the little, you know, I don't want to say guaranteed, but like it's a lot more likely that we'll curate those accounts because the onboarder is like keeping an eye on them directly. So of course the extra, the good start hopefully gets a lot of people to stay and remain active and, you know, check out what else they can do in Hive. Yeah, it's a pretty good number. So it's like 450 accounts out of the 3,000 are still active, like within the last 30 days, which is a pretty good number. And we haven't even like, it's only, you know, it's not, there's not too much rewards for the onboarders. A lot of them just do it because they like doing it. We can't like offer too much rewards. It would be interesting to see if we could scale this up. Like if we applied for funding from the DHF or something to give to the onboarders and then invite more onboarders. It would be nice to see if this could scale where, you know, 15% is 15%, you know, if we can onboard 3,000 and that means 450 are still active, what if we onboard 30,000? That would already like double up our current active authors. That too, yeah. We hope to see a lot of people return as well. Like the hardest part is to get them to join and to teach them the basics. I feel like. Forgot to check the auction house. Let's see, we're level 24. 24. Are there any cool new items for us? Not lacking HP, but although lately we've kind of been lacking HP as well. Just like people to onboard, yeah. The interest. It also has to be reputable people, you know. It can't be like someone who's new to Hive or is barely active. So we're a little bit like a little bit careful of who we give the role to, because it can easily be abused, you know? Like they could pretend to be inviting people, but just creating alt accounts and then being like, you know, upvote this person. Like we wouldn't know if it's an alt account or if it's a real account until, you know, unless they like mess up at some point and accidentally post on the wrong account or something. So that's like that's why we have to only use people that we trust in. And you know, it helps if they have like something to lose, like reputation wise. These are some pretty good rings, but they're quite expensive. Wondering if I should go for it. Maybe not. Curse, let's put it over there. Maybe we need it for that. Regrowth. And I think there was new thorns as well. Alright, let's should we hit for Eastern Kingdoms? Let's go there first, do that quest real quick and hand that one in. And then we'll go for the next, for the other continent. Like we can go here and do some quests. We'd have to fly over from here, fly over there, and then run over there. There's a nice questing place for our level here. Hillspat Foothills. Let's see. Yeah, currently our voting power is spread out into quite a lot of projects. Push is one of them. The rated push comments mostly, although that's probably might get, you know, like we may add more things to that. But the good thing about, you know, voting power is that we try to, like, let's say if Hive is undervalued or like it's very low, we try to vote things a little bit higher because, you know, so that in terms of dollar value, it still feels like something, like people are still getting something. And at the same time, those who are active now are going to get a lot more high power and rewards. And then when the price goes up a little bit, we can like go down a little bit on the voting power or voting strength so that they still get a little bit extra compared to what they're getting now in terms of dollar value, but in terms of high power, it's not going to be as much. And then we will have like more voting power to vote more stuff on, and hopefully a lot more users to curate when the price goes up a little bit. Yeah, so it's like push, and then we have the incubated niche communities on Hive, like Hive Gaming, Cine TV, like movies and TV shows. And then we have a lot of different community, like jewelry. There's like a myriad of them. I think it's like a total of 20, where we try and give the community leaders as much power as possible. Like they get to decide what gets rewarded in your community and what doesn't. We just like overview that the content and the authors they're nominating for curation are in our scope, and that they're, you know, abuse free, like they haven't abused in the past, they're not doing something shady, things like that. And then outside of the incubated communities. We also have like random initiatives like posts from communities not in our incubation. Then we have the Love Sniper initiative that basically targets like the first posts of any account. We get like alerts when an account makes its first post. We go and check it out, leave them like some feedback. You know, we try not to make it like spammy and like automated. You know, we try and like consume the post and leave them like a comment where it's something unique and then some information if they, you know, if they did something wrong or where they can do what they should check out next. Like let's say someone in their introduction post mentions that they're into gaming, we can be like, welcome, and you know, nice post. Like we read that you're into gaming, so you should maybe check out the Hive gaming community. Like we give them like advice like that. And then we also follow them with the Love Sniper account if they seem like a genuine new user. And this is, you know, because there's a lot of attempts to like cheat their way into like some easy rewards. A lot of people go through the effort to create an account, pretend they're someone else, plagiarize an introduction post, steal some pictures from Facebook or Instagram or whatever to pretend they're someone else. And it's like the same person doing it over and over or something. So we have to be very careful there not to make it too rewarding for abusers, and like, but at the same time we need to also, you know, make sure that if they're genuine, that they get something. Yeah. And the cool thing about the Love Sniper thing is that the few accounts that we do follow, we can then check the Love Sniper feed, you know, and check like, it's like a two initiatives in one. One is that we go and check their first posts always. If they seem like a real person, we give them a follow. And then the second part is that we check the Love Sniper feed. If they post again, we can then curate their second post. And you know, once they reach a certain threshold, like I think it's 60 reputation or something, we then unfollow them from the Love Sniper account, because at that point they've kind of, you know, crossed the threshold of being new. So hopefully other projects, maybe even us like OCD at some point, will curate them on their own. So there's like a lot of stuff we're doing, and you know, obviously voting power more would be welcomed. We welcome delegations on the OCDB account where people can earn most of the curation rewards back in Liquid Hive, or people can just trail the accounts if they know how to do it, so that, you know, they would vote on the same thing we do. So it's like push, Love Sniper, our curation, and you know, a lot of like diverse things here and there. We also try to like reward those who've been around for a long time, not, you know, done anything weird, anything shady, and maybe they're like a little bit under rewarded. We also curate the curators themselves. If they happen to be authors who are under rewarded, we throw some votes their way as well. So it's like a lot of different things. Hopefully we can do even more in the future. The higher the Hive price goes, the more it feels like we'll have voting power. Just that, you know, the few times it has gone up the last year or so, it hasn't really translated where, you know, just because the price went up, a lot more authors started posting or a lot more people started joining. Alright, we're in Orgrimmar. We can now start heading over to Eastern Kingdoms, Undercity, and from there go down to that Hillsprat quest place, which should be a really good place for us to quest at level 24 up until maybe 26 or so, 28. Maybe not 28, 26, 27. We have to take the Zeppelin. Hopefully we don't disconnect while on it, because that might mean certain death. There's another druid going for the Zeppelin, it looks like. Did we learn Dash? Oh, we learned Tiger's Fury though. That's a good one. Let's put it. Oh no, the Zeppelin's already there. I don't think we're gonna make it in time. Fuck, we may have to wait for the next one to arrive. That's not good. Hurry, hurry, hurry. I don't know when it arrived. It usually stays there for like a minute, and then you have to wait like 5-6 minutes for it to come back. Why did I get stuck there? Imagine if we miss it for just a little bit. That's going to suck. Oh, the other guy didn't make it. Oh man. No, fuck speed. Aw. Poor bear. He fell down. He went into the net. He should have waited and went for the back of the Zeppelin instead. So here it's important not to fall down, because you just die instantly. The Zeppelin's so slow. Come on. I think here it's safe to land. It's high up, high enough. Let's go grab a quest and Innkeeper or Flight Path. But in general, on high posts, it's hard to get interactions. Especially like if you're a new user or a user with low high power, or you're just not that active yourself, then it's kind of hard not to get interactions. It's kind of like everyone wants to be an author, so everyone just focuses on posting because that's where most of the rewards are. But I think that with some initiatives like comment rewarder, things like that, we're trying to make it like a bit more rewarding to comment. Like it would be nice if people in the future would only focus on commenting, and that would still get them some nice rewards. Oh, I can fly there? Interesting. Alright, you're riding a bat now. Coming out of the cave. Journey to Hillsbred Foothills is what we want. I think the others I'm going to skip. We can maybe take Baron's Peril just to see where it is. If it's on the way somewhere here, maybe we can do that. I'm thinking of playing some other games here as well in a little bit. Like stream some other games. Like maybe Last of Us. Could be interesting since the TV show is ongoing at the moment. I don't know if you guys have been following it. And I've never played the game, so it would be fun to see the comparison.
Walk with the Earth Mother.
Speak quickly. Embrace. Speak quickly.
What would you ask of death? Our time will come. Embrace the shadow.
Yeah, I really like the idea was mostly for authors who don't have a lot of high power to reward comments properly, to be able to share some of their author rewards with the comments, and then to avoid, you know, burning too much voting mana and never getting past the dust threshold anyway. So that was like the main idea behind it, that, you know, instead of burning like 80% voting mana and still not getting the comments anywhere in terms of rewards, you can just like forfeit 3 to 5, 10, however much percent you want, and then you can just lose like 1% or 2% upvotes on the comments to indicate how much they should get. A lot of people still don't, like, they forget that part, or they don't really understand it. The Last of Us. I was thinking of maybe playing the games, not because the show is currently active. The one with the infected, there's like a virus from fungi or something, like a zombie TV show. But there's also the game, like that's how it originated. And I think I think a remake was recently released where in the past it used to be only PlayStation, but now you can play them on the PC, and it's like the remake is really well made. You know, the graphics are improved by a lot. I would have to switch the stream into 1440p, maybe even 4K. I don't know if anyone has a 4K TV or screens that they would watch it. I don't know if it's worth it, or if my internet can even take it. I'd have to test. But it would be fun to like stream those games in high quality. Yeah, that too. Not that, you know, I'm not really trying to draw in views right now yet, because it's still very early, I feel like. Like I would want to at some point be ready to, if we get a lot of people from the outside, that we can like invite them easily to Hive and have like a lot of different communities and things that they could get involved in. Right now it feels like it would be a lot for them to learn. Oh man, I forgot to learn higher herbalism. Is it prime time now for viewers from there? Fuck, I don't know if I should have done that. So many people there. I might be in danger. Maybe not. Maybe let's just go to the next place and skip these quests here. I got greedy with that chest. I don't know if you guys can see. It says Alliance chest over there. What time is it there now? You're in the US? I guess it's like, I think it's like 1 or 2 a.m. in Europe at the moment. So yeah, I guess, yeah, it's probably like evening time there. But that means I would have to stream mostly in the mornings. Not sure if I'm a big fan of that. I mean, sometimes it doesn't even matter when I stream. It just depends on my sleep rhythm. Alright, yeah. I forgot this quest. The thing is, Hive is kind of extra restricted for Americans at the moment, because they have like no way of buying it, like in a legitimate way. I mean, there are ways, but nothing too official or easy. Like, you know, just get on Binance and buy some, because they can't use Binance. They mostly use Coinbase, I assume. And not many are going to know that, oh, I can do it using like the V4V app, or I can do it using BSC soon. They're not gonna find out all that stuff. I really like this place, this zone. It's very green and nice. It just can also get quite dangerous if you're not paying attention. When I do this, my kilobyte per second upload goes up. My cat is waking up my fiance right now, I think. Yeah. It's just, not a lot of people are gonna know about swaps or Hive Engine or whatever if they're just like on Hive posting. I mean, they're gonna find out if they continue being active. It's just that it's not right there from the beginning. Like I assume a lot of people on Binance who hold Hive have no idea that they're being like devalued in terms of keeping it liquid compared to keeping it staked and earning like a 10%, 11% APR. It kills compression. Yeah. It just makes it hard for some people. Like, I don't know how many American users would want to buy Hive and power up on like a regular basis if they're joining. But I'm sure it makes it difficult for some of them. And then, before, if they're already having like trouble buying it, they might give up and not even like remain active. Like, imagine someone joins and is like, oh wow, I can earn 10%, 11% APR from keeping it powered up and auto voting or following a trail or something, and that's cool. And then they go and look to buy it and then they can't find it, and it's like, I'll just give up, I guess. And then they may even give up being active on chain, finding out more about Hive, because they couldn't get that initial investment they wanted to put in. So that then they lose interest in the whole project. or people who are active and want to sell it easily, they may also have a hard time doing so. I'm not really one of those who is against people selling Hive. As long as they earn it properly, they can do whatever they want with it, I feel like. Because there's a lot of people on Hive who are very against people selling Hive. And it's like, the amounts that people are selling is really not that much. I mean, take any coin in the top 50, the daily volumes are so insane that even if we sold every new Hive created right now, every day, it wouldn't even make like a small dent in the volume. Like back when Hive was getting some trading volume, it was like there was like billions of Hive being traded every 24 hours. And we only have like a 480 million Hive in existence or something. Yeah, I don't know, like it's not gonna do anything to the price, I feel like. Like there's only like 80k Hive being generated every week, I feel like. I think that's the last numbers I paid attention to. I'm not sure, it may have gotten lower. It depends on a few things. If it's like how much is being generated every week. But I feel it's like around 80k Hive. So imagine that's only like, I mean, it's not only, but like 20,000 bucks. It's really not that much in terms of, what other chains are doing. I feel like it's 80k. Maybe I may be not completely correct. I'd have to check it out, but I feel like it's something like that. Like ever since Hive was created, I think there's only like 100 million extra in existence, which is the last 4 or 5 years. So 100 million for 4 or 5 years. And inflation is constantly also dropping. Every 250,000 blocks, meaning one block is every 3 seconds. So you can imagine like 30 seconds, that's 10 blocks. So it's 20 blocks per minute. And then it's like, 20 times 60. So it's like 1,200 blocks per hour. And then 1,200 times 24. So that's like, yeah, my math is it's too early for my math right now. But, let's say like 3,600 blocks in a day. And so every 250k blocks, the inflation is lowered by 0.1%, I think. Either way, what's it called? Like what people estimate is that in 10 years or so, the yearly inflation is going to drop to 0.5% of the current supply. Meaning if we have 1 billion Hive tokens in 10 years in total, right now it's like 480 million, I think. It means that inflation is only going to be 0.5%, which is 5 million out of 1 billion. So at that point, it's going to stay at 0.5%, meaning that, at least I think, that it's like of the total. So then every year it's going to be a little bit extra, if it's 5 million for 1 billion, on year 20, then year 21 is probably going to be 5.5 million out of 1 billion, 5 million. So like the 0.5% is always going to be a little bit extra. It also depends, of course, you know, maybe we burn a lot of Hive by then. But the idea is that the price should go up so that people earning Hive, even though it's way less than now, that it still feels like a lot. And, you know, post rewards, you obviously, you know how that works. You get HVD. So if the price of Hive is like $1 and you're getting 10 Hive author rewards, then, you know, like if half of it is 10 Hive power and Hive is $1, obviously you're going to get 10 HVD. But if Hive is at $10, and you're still getting the same votes, the same high power rewards, meaning 10 high power, then you're going to get 100 HBD for that post because Hive is at $10 each. So a lot of people, I feel like they either don't know about this or they're just like being way too reckless with how much Hive they sell. A lot of people think that they're going to like earn it forever, you know, or maybe a lot of them trade it for Bitcoin or something in hopes that they can buy more Hive later. I know I do that sometimes. Maybe they just, you know, some I think just sell it because they want money, like fiat. I don't know if that is the best idea. I mean, of course, if you have to, you know, do it. But I would recommend people not to get rid of everything they have earned. Because before they know it, you know, it might get a lot harder to earn Hive. Maybe they do a mistake, maybe they plagiarize or something, or whatever reason. Maybe they lose their account, maybe they just like a lot of things that can happen. And, you know, suddenly they can't earn it anymore as much as they did. Like maybe we suddenly have 10 times more users joining, and now you have to fight for that, for those votes. Like sure, auto votes and trails and stuff like that may keep things as they are for a while, but who knows, maybe sometime, you know, some auto voters may change their votes around and be like, oh, I want to vote on these new users instead. And now you have a way harder time to earn back the high power you used to have. Not just because there's more users competing for it, but also because the inflation is dropping every year for every 250,000 blocks. So I definitely recommend people not to sell everything, because before they know it, it's gonna get so much harder to earn it. Yeah, I've been trying to grow my stake a lot as well lately, but sometimes I like have to sell for different projects. Like it's kind of a shitty feeling sometimes, because I want Holozing to be done and ready, but then I have to like you know, sell basically Hive to buy vials to fund the project further, knowing that Hive is like at the bottom, that it's not gonna really go lower. It's kind of like a shitty feeling sometimes, but it's still, you know, I still want it to be, I still want the game to be done. So I kind of have to. And, you know, I'm also getting rewards in terms of Zinc tokens for doing so. It's just, you know, I don't want to sell too much Hive, because then it's gonna be quite regretful later on. Best would, of course, be if we would just wait with paying developers and artists, but many of them aren't from Hive, so they don't really understand, you know, that Hive is gonna go back up. They don't want to wait, which is understandable as well. Yeah, it's just, Holosync for me is this kind of thing where I don't plan on taking profit for a long time. Like I don't want to risk selling some of it off and it going higher and never dropping back down, you know? Like it feels like, especially since I haven't given myself any free tokens, you know, I don't have the leeway for that risk. Where someone else joins and they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna buy, you know, half of your stack that you're selling us, and you're never gonna be able to buy it for cheaper again because we also believe in the project or whatever. Not that it means any like governance rights or anything like that. It's like a one-time thing for me, you know. It's not like I'm creating gaming projects left and right, and if something doesn't work, I'll just dump everything. Like this is the only big project, gaming project I'm ever gonna create. And anything else I may create will be tied to this one most likely, so that's why I don't want to risk like so everything I invest in the game is basically like you know, it's going to stay there. So that's why I don't want to send way too much Hive into it now at this price, because it feels like Hive is just waiting to go back up at any point now, because it has like a lot of good connections. It has Binance, it has other big exchanges, and who knows, it's like a ticking time bomb, you know. And I don't wanna like power down all of my Hive and invest it into my gaming project just so the devs can get paid properly and we can like invite more devs, only to, you know, find out a week later that Hive went up 10x and I basically got rid of all of mine at 20 cents. Like I'm too much of a, you know, I'm not giving up. I'm not like having given up on Hive so much that it doesn't mean that I don't have any trust in my own gaming project. It just means that, you know, gotta stay diversified and not put all eggs in one basket. I've already done that with Hive, so yeah. I think a lot of more people are starting to see it as well. And it feels like people are starting to become more okay with the rewards pool being used in different ways. Not just, you know, content and curation. As long as it's something like the majority deem valuable, it seems like people are beginning to become more flexible with the way the curation rewards are used, or the author rewards, the rewards pool basically. I just wish the DHF had some more activity in terms of what people are doing with the funds, who is the one, you know, we need like trusted people that aren't just like taking advantage of just getting like free money for whatever they're doing, but trying to do like a lot of different things with it that would benefit Hive as a whole. And not some, you know, something like, I don't know, it needs like a lot of thought and planning to it, and this feels like a lot of people just don't want to bother to do the initial work for free. And people like to complain a lot for no reason, it feels like. Like I posted a tweet the other day about the Talentland onboarding. I was like, nice to see, you know, a lot of people being directly onboarded, getting a like Hive account instantly, making their first post, etc. So I'll be like curating some of them, and even there, someone was like instantly complaining, "Oh, they're just making the first post and nothing else." I was like, "Dude, what are you doing with your life that you're complaining about people being onboarded?" Like people, there's all kinds of people everywhere on Hive. I've learned. You just gotta learn who to ignore, who to not waste more time on, and, you know, not to let it get to you, because it's kind of weird sometimes. I'm not even gonna go into the whole my boat selling, or like attempts at stopping boat selling, and what downvotes do to people's minds. It's just way too out there. Yeah, I guess you can also just get resource credits, I guess, nowadays, but like sending a few high rewards here and there, it's not the end of the world. Like there's been times where High Watches has been like on my ass about random things. They like stop voting introduction posts because you're encouraging abuse. And it's like, okay, but like even if like a small portion of that is abuse, the benefits of new users getting some upvotes on their first post far outweighs the small percentage of like, or like few people trying to get free votes by faking ID posts. Like it's stupid to like give in to abuse and, you know, bad activity to the point where you remove one of the main features of the fucking blockchain. Like we shouldn't live in fear that, oh, some people might abuse Hive and sell the rewards easily because you're like upvoting intro posts. Like if they do it, then whatever, you know, it's just a small portion. Like it's like how people like everything has, you know, bads and goods. Like how people try to shit on Bitcoin for many years. They were all like, it's only used for illegal activity, it's used for money laundering, it's used for this and that. But then, you know, and they kept ignoring like all the other use cases that it has. So it's like, you know, you can't just be like, just because it's used badly in one way, that you now stop doing everything else just to prevent that one bad use case. Like that doesn't make any sense. We need 5 more bear tongues. I feel like I've been on this quest for like an hour at this point. Give us your tongue. How can a bear not have a tongue? I never understood the whole idea behind this. Like, why create a quest item that every bear should have and have like a drop chance on that one? Like maybe they mean that, you know, his tongue got fucked up during the battle, that it's not usable, that someone wants tongues that are whole. I don't know. Let's heal up real quick. We're starting to feel that extra 6% crit chance now. What's the crit chance at now? 14%. Sweet. Okay, 5 more tongues. Yeah, okay. That's, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. It's just, I guess I wouldn't even be able to come up with what else they could use as quests. I mean, quest items. I think people are going to find a lot of cool things in the Holozine game if they've played old games like this. Especially in the professions section. Like, we haven't worked out professions all too much yet, but I have like a good idea of how things are going to work. It's also going to be included in the beta version. The idea there is that I don't know if you're registered on Holozing TX Racer, but like last December we had a contest. Basically, whoever claims every day receives some hollow dust, but we haven't really told people yet what they can do with it or how it will be used. But the idea there is that every battle, when you face a creature, and then depending on if you capture it or it has a few factors. It's how long the battle lasted, like how many rounds, what kind of rarity the creature had, what kind of level the creature had. So it's like a lot of different factors, but every time the battle ends, you'll be able to collect some hollow dust. The idea is that, the dust like stays behind where the creature was, so that it leaves like some dust behind after it's been there and it's been fighting with you. So you could, in a way, since we're not going to give any info on how strong creatures are unless you capture them, the amount of dust that they left behind could maybe indicate a little bit of like what you may have missed out on. There's, however, only one exception where we do give away if a creature what the creature stats are, and that is only when they are like at absolute max stats. Like if their attack, agility, health points, and defense all happen to be 100% EV or like 99% and up. So if they happen to have like every creature has its own range in terms of let's say I have a level 1 Raku, the raccoon starter. If it's level 1, let's say that based on our balancing, let's say that a level 1 Raku can have anywhere from 60 to 80 attack. If it has 60 to 70, that counts as a green rarity. It's like common. Many Rakus will have this, like, will be in this range of their attack stats. Now, if it has 71 to 75, then it'll be like considered like a blue rarity. And similarly, like 76 to 78 will be epic, and then 78 to 79 will be legendary, and then 79 to, or like a little bit less probably, but let's say then 79 to 80, which is like the max stats it can have at that level, will be like the hollow rarity. So if a creature happens to be in the 1 percentile, where attack, defense, agility, and health points all are on the hollow rarity, players will be able to tell by the skin of the creature when they're encountering it. It'll have like a hollow hue in different places. So that'll be like the only time we'll tell players that what the stats are. It's only when it has the max stats. And this is just because it's going to be so rare to encounter those, that we don't want people to like accidentally finish them off, defeat them, or just like run away from them or something. They should know that they should capture them, because they're so rare. And other than that, people will still have to like try and determine in fight, like, is this creature worthy to capture? Is it good enough? Do you think it's better than the current Raku I have? They have to like test their way forward. And by doing this, like, you can imagine if you've played Pokemon, I don't know, but maybe like even the World of Warcraft pet battles, Maybe it's similar, I don't know, I haven't played that one. But you can imagine that if you have to like try and capture them and see how much damage they do, they're going to every turn keep doing damage on the creature that you have up. And naturally you don't want that one to faint either. So you have to keep that one alive with your healer. So it's going to be like a different mixes of, do I, you know, how long do I want to spend time testing if this creature is strong enough or not? Because it's not going to be like easily to be reverse engineered. You can't just be like, oh, it hit me for 40, that means it has this much damage or it has this much attack. Because there's going to be a range as well, like here in World of Warcraft. Not every auto attack hits for the same, as you can see here. Like there's 26, 31, 27, and then crits. There's going to be a range in the game as well, like 20% or so. So you could get like unlucky and, you know, miss like translate how much an enemy creature's stats are. The only time you'll be able to tell their exact stats is when you capture them. And then the thing is that you can't also go on forever. Like you can't just like keep putting out new creatures, keeping them alive, and continue attempting to capture them over and over again if you happen to fail, or you're not sure if you want to capture it. Because there's also a chance that they can just like run away eventually. Especially if they're low on health for a long time. There's going to be like this mixture of finding the right balance of when do you want to capture them, how low do you want to get them, and deciding on if they're worth capturing or not. Because everything is going to cost as well, like resources. Your healer's mana to keep your creatures alive isn't going to be free. Like it's going to regenerate, of course, but it's not going to regenerate that fast. It's going to depend on gear. And then of course, like when you're sleeping, it's going to regenerate a little bit during the night so that you come online and your healer has full mana or close to full mana. But if you're looking to, you know, if you stay too long on one creature, trying to keep your creatures alive and spend all of your mana, you're most likely going to have to use mana potions and different things like that, which are going to be created by players, professions. There's going to be a lot of cool things that I'm very excited about, but it's also going to be like a very, very big game. I hope that once we have the alpha public, a lot of more players and possibly developers are going to be interested in helping out. The cool thing with it is as well that we do plan on like doing a lot of cross-platform, where let's say you capture a really rare creature, you can now take that creature and go play it in a different game of ours that we have created. So it doesn't always have to be that Pokemon round-based battle style type. It could be, let's say for instance, an MMORPG like this one. That could also work very well with the healer and creature combo. And, you know, being able to use a creature in many different games and the healer and like certain assets, I think that's something we don't have a lot of in other games. Alright, I think I'm gonna finish this quest. Oh no, this is way too long. I've been streaming for 4 hours almost. Uh-oh. Danger. Where the fuck did this bear come from? Alright, we're still good. Are my bags full again? It really doesn't seem to want to drop the quest item from the mountain lions. And it's mountain lion blood. How can we destroy blood in the battle? Rock.
I'm listening.
I'm gonna send a few items to my alt, to my bank account. Just to free up some space. I'm gonna call it a day here. 4-hour stream. Thanks for the chatting, everyone. Made it a bit shorter. And you know, see you next time, I guess. Maybe a different game. Maybe we'll let this one rest a little bit more so we get some more rested experience. Maybe we'll do some other game, or maybe a curation stream finally. I also need to set up my Streamlabs instead of OBS so I can do the whole point system thing, because I have some cool ideas to use that differently from other streamers, where you may be able to like burn your points every now and then by using different things, and if you burn your points, you might be able to exchange them for some hive, or that's like the idea behind it at least. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Remember to leave a comment in my recent post if you were active here. I'll give it a vote so you'll get some of the comment rewards. Alright, I'll see you next time.